Hello YouTube, I'm Wendy from Language-Enthusiast. Okay, how are you doing today? In Japan, Nagoya, Japan, the weather is perfect, very sunny. It's very hot outside, but in this room, in this living room, the temperature is maintained at 25 degrees, and this is actually not what I want. Okay, I feel chilly and cold from time to time, and I don't like it very much actually, but I have to stay here and I can't control or change the temperature because air conditioner is partly broken. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I bought two remote controllers. Okay, first one, the original one was broken a long time ago when I was having so many dogs in this living room, and some of the dogs chewed it. Okay, but beat it, chewed it, or okay, anything, and it was broken. They got it broken, and I bought this remote controller or remote at an electric appliance store nearby. Okay, and it can be used for all of the air conditioners. Okay, it is, I mean, all the brands. Okay, all the brands of air conditioners. Okay, and but at first you have to set. I don't know how to say this in English, because it can be used for all the brands, right? So you have to choose the perfect setting for the remote control. Okay, and I did it. Okay, but I thought that it was broken. It got broken about let's see, 2 months ago or so, because it didn't work. It didn't work. One day, suddenly, not suddenly, for a week or so, it was acting strange. Okay, and finally, no matter how many times I push buttons, or no matter which buttons I should put on, it didn't work. It didn't seem to work. So I thought that it was the remote that was broken. Okay, because my air conditioner, or our air conditioner, was still working perfectly all right. So, and then what I did at that time was to go to the nearby electronic appliance shop. Oh, I feel itchy again. Why? I feel itchy every time I start speaking English. Okay, and I got the second one. Okay, and which is new. I got it for free practically because I used the point of the credit card that I was able to use to buy the remote. Okay, the credit card was issued by the company of the electric appliance store. So every time I go there to get something, I can use my points accumulated for a certain amount of time, and I used the credit card to pay for everything, almost everything. So it was pretty easy for me to accumulate the point. Okay, and so practically I was able to get the remote for free, which was a good part. Okay, and I came back home and tried to set the remote again because it was also for, it was used, it was the one who can be used for all the brands of air conditioners. Okay, so I had to do something about the setting. Okay, and I did, and I was able to use the remote successfully because the remote was working perfectly, and there seemed to be any problem or whatsoever, and I was happy about it. Okay, there's this mirror next to the camera, and it was showing my face while I'm speaking English, and it was really, really distracting to me, so I tried to put it away. Okay, but I tend to speak, okay, I tend to speak, I tend to look downwards, okay, while speaking like this, as if I were reading something, but no, I'm not actually reading anything. I'm not I'm not good at doing such a thing. Now it's distracting again because my dog, one of my two dogs named Goro, which is bigger and which is older, is at my knees. Is it okay? Can I say at my knees? He's at my knees. He's next to my lap, and I always said that he is at near my lap or something, but this doesn't sound very natural, right? I looked it up on the online dictionary some time ago, and I learned that I should say that be at my knees. Is it okay? Be. And every time I try to shoot him, I try to let you see my dog's face. He runs away, as I said yesterday in yesterday's video. He was timid. Okay, dogs are very intelligent animals, right? And they try to read your usual face, owner's face, to know which mood, good mood or bad mood the owner is in or something like that. So he's very sensitive, like I am. He just catches how I feel very easily. Okay, that's why he's scared, because if I moved my iPhone, okay, it's fixed now on the stand, okay, but I try to move it to shoot his face, and then he gets scared because something might happen, right? What if this falls down? Okay, and he's very attentive. I think dogs are attentive most of the time, right? Yeah, last night while I was sleeping, okay, it was around 2 a.m., 2 hours earlier than the time I was going to wake up at, and two of my dogs started barking furiously. Is it okay, furiously, or very much, or very hard? Okay, and I was scared because I didn't know what was happening. But actually, some stray cats were, I don't know, not singing, meowing or something outside, or shouting even. I had to wake up. I had to get up. I had to get up because I wanted to go to the bathroom. Okay, anyway, and I didn't understand what was happening or what made them bark so much. And in a bathroom, the window was slightly open, and I was able to hear some stray cats or something shouting outside. They must have been fighting outside or doing something nasty, and I wasn't able to catch that those stray cats shouting or fighting or something, saying anything at first, okay, because I was asleep. But dogs are very attentive, and they could hear even a very slight, very tiny sound, right, that humans can't hear, right? So that's why sometimes they start barking a lot, and it makes me so surprised and astonished and surprised to death sometimes, because as I always say, I'm very vulnerable, I'm sensitive about sounds, noises, even smells, or something like that. So, okay. And where was I actually? I was talking about weather, right? It's really hot outside, right? And the next, I forgot. I forgot where I was. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to talk about. I'm going to. Yeah. I'm not that kind of person who can speak while reading something, even a memo or some keywords. I think it's totally impossible for me to speak while reading even some keywords, because I'm not good at doing more than two things. I'm a person who gets easily distracted, and even when I'm talking on the phone, for example, and someone around me speaks to me, and then it makes me distracted so much that I can't decide which conversation I should listen. This is the most terrible situation. Okay, I'm not good at doing more than two things, especially I'm not good at listening to more than two things at the same time. And so especially when I'm talking on the phone, I really have to concentrate on the conversation that's going on, right? It's very important. And I'm also not good at scheduling, or I don't know if the person talks about time and place we are going to meet or something, okay? And many times we take a memo or something, right? But if I don't have anything like a pen or paper or something, anything, and then I easily get confused, and I try to memorize everything, but since I'm already too confused, I'm already confused, so I don't know what to do, and it makes my brain totally blank, and that's why I think that I'm not good at working for a company like Clarity Work. I used to do this job once, and a long time ago when I was still in my early 20s, just after graduating from high school. At first, I didn't go to university because I wanted to be a musician, and in those days, now we have this word, reader. Reader means, I don't think this is an English word, but it's a Japanese English word, I guess. It's a word that we Japanese created borrowing an English word from somewhere else, okay? We are very creative. We are creative people to make our own thing, borrowing something, some information or something from other places, from some other countries or something. But we are very creative and we are very meticulous, okay, meticulous, and we are good at making very detailed things or something like that, okay. And this word freer is one of them, I guess. And this word represents someone who has a lot of freedom, okay, meaning he or she is not employed, so he or she has, they have a lot of freedom. I was one of them, and actually I wanted to be one of them because for me in those days when I was 18, okay, I was still in high school, and in the last year of the high school, we had to prepare for, which company we were going to work for or something like that, right? And we had to prepare for the interview, right? So we had to be a good student or good students, okay, to get in a very good company, okay, to earn a lot of money, okay. But we are just high school graduates, so I don't think that we were able to earn a lot of money though, okay. Okay, I feel itchy again. I don't know what's happening here. All right, and but I didn't want to do anything about this, so I was not just lazy. I had this dream of becoming a professional musician, like being a keyboardist in a band, okay. It's a very far-fetched idea, right? Far-fetched dream. Yeah, I understood that, but I was still too young, okay, too young to realize that, okay. I didn't know the real world at all because I was too young back then, and I was too innocent at the same time, okay. But I was just afraid of being in a company, working in a company for such a long time, like long hours from 9 to 5. I couldn't think of anything like that. I was just scared. I felt as if I were in a prison or something like that, okay. So I decided to not to. Yeah, one time after summer vacation, it was a bit too late for me to start looking for a company, okay. But once, because there was no such word as a freezer back then, meaning that almost everybody, started working for a company after graduating from high school. Especially my high school was a vocational high school, so we learned a lot about subjects that we could use after starting for a company. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but there are certain subjects that you have to learn, you have to know about, right? When it comes to working for a company, especially for a clerical job. Okay, but I was a bad student because I was not interested in all those subjects in high school, because that was not the high school I really wanted to go in the first place. High school was very close to my house, Actually, that was one of the two high schools which were located close to my house. And the other school was, I don't know how to call it in English, but we call it in Japanese, 進学校. 進学 means going to university, okay? And 校 means school, okay? So in such school, students are going to university, all of them, okay? That's why they choose to go to that school, okay? That kind of school. But my school, okay, on the other hand, was not that type, okay? So no students were going to university. Maybe one or two or only a handful of students might have gone to university. I'm not sure, but most of them go to our school just because they could learn something specific, okay, which they could use when we're in a company, okay. And so that, but in my case, I was not going to university because I knew that I couldn't ask my parents to pay for the tuition for one thing. Some very, I don't know how to say this, very good students, I mean, very smart students can get a scholarship or something, right? And it could be helpful, right? But others, most of us depend on parents, right? Yeah, I think so. And there are some who is very diligent and hard workers. They work well in they are in university and they work and they study. They are such diligent students, right? I respect them so much though. Okay, but in my case, I knew I couldn't ask my parents for the tuition, and I didn't have any specific subjects that I would like to study at the university. I was interested in music, but I was innocent, okay. I didn't think much at that time. Back then, I was too young, I was too innocent, but all I thought was I wanted to play music. I wanted to continue playing music, and the only way that I could take back then was to continue to play music in a band, okay, while earning money, like having a part-time job. But in those days, just as I said, there was no such word as a reader back then. Nobody had a part-time job after graduating from high school, okay, at least. Okay, and then everybody around me complained about me choosing a part-time job to earn money, and me not to go to I mean not to work for a company, okay. And everybody booed. Is it okay? Booing. I don't know how to use this word. Everybody was booing. Everybody was complaining, and everybody said that I should stop this idea. But I was adamant enough. I was stubborn, because I really wanted to be a musician, and at the same time, I was just afraid of working for a company because it makes me feel like I could be in a I don't know, I forgot the word, but in prison, okay, prison, incarcerated, is it okay, incarcerated or something, right? Okay, anyway, so that's why. And where was I forgot how this story started. I forgot. Okay. Yeah, this is very typical of me because this is totally unscripted and without any preparation. I just start this video. Okay. I turned on the iPhone. Okay. Camera. Okay. Camera app. And I don't have anything in my mind, what to talk about or something like that, anything. But I always think in English, or rather, I always think about something that I can say in English, okay? I mumble a lot when I walk my dog, while I'm walking my dogs, and it could be good practice, and I think it's getting more and more comfortable. I mean, I think I've been feeling more and more comfortable about speaking English, but I'm in the middle of doing this right now, right? So that's why I don't actually know how much I've been making progress myself. So sometimes I feel at a loss for what to do because I don't know how much progress I've been making. But I heard a very good story these two people talked about. Okay, I heard them talking about this, almost the same topic. Okay, this morning, just before I started walking my dogs, and while I was walking my dogs, I was also listening to them talking about this, though. It's about your goal. I mean, in terms of improving your spoken skills, what is fluency? Okay, what fluency means and which goal you decide. Decide yourself. You often hear that you want to be a fluent speaker, or my English is not good yet, because I cannot speak English fluently, or something like that. But they say that most people don't have any clear idea of what fluency means actually, and it's like you are working towards the moon. Okay, it's so far away that you never know how much progress you have been making because it's so far away. It's too far away, right? It's unrealistic, right? Do you think that you can go to the moon, you can reach the moon by walking? No, you're crazy, right? You must be crazy. So, but in terms of speaking English or mastering English or whatsoever, or mastering your foreign languages, okay, you tend to have this unrealistic goal, okay, and some people even say that I want to be as good as native speakers, but it's weird also because what native really means, it means that someone who was born and raised in a certain place, right? What does it mean? You are someone else who are born and raised in different places, right? Then you can never be this person who was born and raised in this certain place, right? So it's totally impossible to be like this person, right? But many people vaguely use this expression, I want to be like native speakers. And for them, okay, the two people talking about this topic, I heard them this morning though, okay, just before and while I was walking my dogs, right? And those people, yeah, two different people, and they are not related at all. Okay, one person is named Tiago or someone. Okay, Tiago or something. His name is okay, and I got to know him while he was in this channel, on this channel called I forgot the name, okay, but it's a pretty famous or very famous English channel, English teaching channel, and I subscribed to the channel, and I enjoyed watching their videos. But one time, suddenly, he was not in the programs, okay, at one time suddenly, and I wondered what had happened to him. And he started his own channel, and he has many fans already. He had many fans already while he was in the team, okay, working with other people, okay, on that channel, former channel, okay. And now he has his own channel. He used to have the same channel, but while he was working with them, okay, other people on the channel, he didn't do anything on his own channel. But he was back to his channel now, and it's been about 2 or 3 months since he actually got back to his own channel. And since he's pretty famous among language learners, especially English language learners, so once he started uploading his videos on his channel, he started to have more and more subscribers and more views. He's from Brazil. He's a Brazilian, and he speaks Portugal. His mother tongue is Portugal, but he speaks like native speakers, okay? Then I am using this word native, right? His English is as good as native speakers. I'm not really sure if this is true, because yeah, some people, some non-native speakers, English can be better than native speakers' English. It's so funny, but it happens. Like just because you are native speakers doesn't mean that your language, okay, your language is better than non-native speakers. Yeah, it's funny, but it happens, okay. Like the way you deliver your speech. Even native speakers, there are some people who can't speak clearly enough, right? And there are some people who are not good at speaking, right? So in such a case, it happens that non-native speakers language, okay, not only spoken language but also written ones or something, written one or a written language, or any other, I don't know any other, but okay, it happens, okay. And for me, Tiago's, I don't know how to pronounce his name though, Tiago's English is just great, okay. and he started studying English from zero. In Brazil, I heard from him in one of his videos, though. He said that in Brazil, you can't find lots of people who can speak English. It's pretty rare still now, okay? And he tried really hard to be such a great speaker, and I respect him so much in that sense, okay? He's a hard worker, and so now he has his own channel. He has many subscribers and fans, and I'm one of them, okay? And he said that his video was talking about what is that? I cannot explain it in English very well. Probably he wish like if he was he can go back to before, okay? Go back to before, the past, okay? He was there, right? And he was not good at English yet in the past, right? And he goes back to the to see his old self, and if he can say something to his old himself, okay? I hope I'm being understood, okay? And then what would he want to say to him, okay? Who was in the past, okay? Before studying, okay? Before studying English. And then yeah, his video is kind of long, like 30 minutes long or something, 30-minute long video. So I cannot explain it thoroughly now, but Thiago and the other person, this person was quite new to me. I saw him for the first time this morning suddenly because that video came up in my recommended suddenly, and I clicked his video, and he began to speak in very clear, easy to catch English, and the sound was just right, and there was no noise, background noise or something like that, and he sounded very professional. And it's the most easiest, it's one of the easiest videos for me to watch, okay? Because I'm sensitive about noises and sounds. Some people speak without wearing any microphone, like I'm doing now. I'm not wearing any microphone, and because I'm close to my iPhone, and my iPhone has a very good mic, right, inside it, and it can catch my voice clear enough in this distance, okay? If I get far away, farther, then my voice is getting, smaller and smaller, right? So that's why I'm thinking of wearing a mic, or I have this condenser mic that I bought about 3 years ago when I wanted to renew my main channel. At the time, I actually renewed my main channel to a channel in which I could teach people how to sing English songs, because singing English songs is something that is very, very difficult for us Japanese. We practically or basically we don't know how to pronounce English unless we learned it, okay? So I saw many people singing English songs, but they can't sing it well. They cannot pronounce English lyrics well, just simply because they don't know how to pronounce English words correctly, because we can't catch or hear the differences, slight differences between each English sound, like a vowel, okay, consonant, and we tend to put vowels between each consonant, every consonant, okay, consonant, because that's how we pronounce Japanese. So we are used to pronounce that way. That's why, unless we are taught that we shouldn't do that because it's the wrong way, and we can't notice it in the first place. And I realized this when I went to learn how to sing jazz songs, okay, good old songs, okay, goodies and oldies but goodies, okay, standard jazz songs, okay. And there was a group of people gathered in a small space, okay, with a huge piano, and the teacher was a professional singer, jazz singer, okay. But I was quite surprised to hear everybody singing their own favorite songs, because they didn't know how to pronounce English lyrics, English words correctly, effectively. But the teacher didn't teach them how to do it, okay, to sing it well, better. And I was frustrated, actually, because I was just one of the students and I was the newest one, okay. So I didn't have any authority to teach them, right? I was not a teacher. So instead of being frustrated in such a place, I thought that I could teach how to pronounce English lyrics on my channel, YouTube channel. And I started it in the year 2021 or so. And at that time, yeah, back to my story. Okay, I bought this condenser mic, which was pretty expensive. And actually, for my daily practice, I was using, there were sometimes when I was using that microphone when I was speaking. But at that time, there was no image. It was not video. I was just recording my voice and edit it to make it a video so that I could upload it on YouTube. And so no one knew who was speaking, right? Because my face was not shown on the monitor, okay? And there were some times that I was using the condenser mic, but surprisingly, the mic didn't turn out to be much better than the mic iPhone has, okay? Because iPhone has a very good mic, and it can pick up your voice very clearly. It's surprising, okay? It's amazing. So, and when I was using my microphone, condenser one, the volume was a bit low, and I didn't know how to adjust it. I'm not a tech savvy or someone, okay? Not something, okay? I'm not good at gadgets, all those gadgets, including camera. I can't use any digital cameras, okay? I only can use iPhone, and that's all. Okay, that's why even videos for my main channels, I always edit a lot to make videos for my main channel, because I have to show this. I mean, I always use my iPad, okay, to show them the song lyrics, okay, and I explain things using my iPad, okay, my pen, and my face is shown at the right side, on the right side, okay, and on the most part on the left side, or more than half a part of the screen, I always let people. I always show my iPad, okay, so that people could see it clearly, and so that it would be easy for them to see what I'm doing, okay. And on the iPad screen, English lyrics, and as I explain things, I write something, right? Like, I can't explain it in English, but using the pen, I wrote something, right? And I have to make both of them happen at the same time, right? So in this case, I'm videotaping. I videotape my face on my iPhone, okay, and using the screen record. Is it okay? Screen record function. I record all the things that are happening on my iPad, and then afterwards, after videotaped myself, and after videotaped all the things that were happening on iPad, I have to edit them. I have to put them together. So I did a lot of editing, and I had to put subtitles so that it's easy for them to see and understand. It requires so much work, so many hours. Okay, it took me so many hours and so much energy, and it was actually really, really tiring. And I didn't like. I love the editing work because it's exciting, it's very creative, and I'm a creative person. I really love to do something creative, like one of my favorite creative things is cooking, okay? I love to cook, and without any recipes, I just start cooking, and as I cook, I change the way I cook, okay? And so I'm the one who doesn't know what is coming, what is happening, okay? Like I'm doing, right? The same thing, right? But I used to be a person who doesn't like to play it by ear. Is it okay? Play by ear, not ears, right? When I was playing music when I was younger, that is the last thing I wanted, actually. Ad lib, is it okay? Ad lib, play by ear. I was just scared to play it by ear because I don't know. What if my play turned out to be disastrous, right? I couldn't enjoy such a thing. When you're a person who love to do ad lib, is it okay? Ad lib, then you can quite enjoy the accidents, happenings, or something like this, right? But I'm the most timid person. I was coward, just coward. And I'm sure that this has something to do, this has a lot to do with the attachment issue I have, or the avoidant avoidant personality disorder I might be having, because people with this condition, these conditions, okay, might be afraid to get hurt. The last thing they want is to let people know or see you, if you are, when you are terrified or at a loss for what to do, or when you are feeling miserable, or you are feeling dumb, or something like that. Okay, so it was totally natural for me not to be able to enjoy playing it by ear when I was in a band. And so I was just scared when somebody started would say that okay, let's play something together now, or something like that, which means ad lib, right? Okay, anything. Where was I actually? Yeah, microphone, right? And play by ear, right? Play by ear. Where does this come from, actually? Where did it come from? I forgot. Okay, anything. Okay, the two guys, right, talking about your goal. Your goal setting is very important, and you tend to have this very vague idea of becoming a fluent speaker, but how much fluency do you really need? And this is what you should ask yourself, okay? And otherwise, okay, reaching your goal is the most important thing for you. Then while you are progressing, okay, in order to reach your goal for such a long time, because language learning takes a lot of time, right? During the process, the whole process, it means that you are unhappy, right? So that's why many polyglots or language learners who can speak 2 or 3 languages quite fluently, they all say that enjoy the process, right? Because it takes time. Language learning takes time, and if your goal is the only goal, then you have to miss the most of the opportunity, right? So if you can enjoy each process, or you can enjoy the process. Every day can be fun, right? Can be exciting. Yeah, there are a lot of times you have to feel frustrated or impatient. Yeah, I understand, because I've been there, I've done that, okay? But if you can enjoy every process, or every the journey, every moment, okay, during your journey, then you can enjoy every day, okay? Not 100% happy, but still you can enjoy it, right? You can make every process, every moment enjoyable, right? So you have to it's okay for you to set a goal, okay? Because without a goal, you don't know which direction you're going to, right? You will easily get lost. It can happen. So it's okay, totally okay, and it's necessary, even necessary for you to set a goal. But still, this Thiago, okay, this guy said that if you once set your goal, then forget the goal, okay? Forget the goal because it takes time anyway. It takes maybe more than 5 years, maybe 10 years, depending on the goal, okay? And you should forget the goal now and try to pay more attention to what you feel at the moment. So if you can enjoy every moment, or if you are not happy about each moment, you have to think about it, so that some of them there are some things that you can fix, right, to make it more enjoyable, right? So that's why, and many people are just afraid of speaking, for example, English, right? And I wondered why. I wondered why, and I feel the same way. Yeah, of course. Now I'm speaking in English, and I'm talking into the lens of my camera, okay? But until recently, this is something that I really wanted to avoid because I was just scared. It just looked dreadful. It appalling. I don't know. And there's this word. I just wanted to put it off, but I decided to do this. I was determined enough, and now I'm still determined enough. And as the more I do it, the more enjoyable it is becoming, because naturally, the more you do it, the better you can get at it, right? It's totally natural. It's very simple. And now, I don't think I'm a fluent speaker, but I can say that I'm a comfortable speaker. Yeah, it's becoming more comfortable than it used to be, and I think it's good. Okay, I'm happy about it. And although I'm not a fluent speaker, but still, I'm becoming more and more comfortable about speaking in English, just because I've been doing this every day, using my YouTube account. It's totally free, okay? It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. All I needed was my courage and determination, and consistency, and and if you keep on doing something, if you stick to something for more than a certain amount of time, the skills will absolutely, definitely change, right, for the better. If you are on the right track, okay? If you are not on the right track, is it okay? Not track, right? If you're doing in the wrong way, if you're doing it in the wrong way, it sticks to it, right? The more you do it, the more, the stronger it'll stick to you. I don't know which, but okay. So you have to be careful about how you do it, okay? But if you are doing it in the right way, then the more you do it, the better you can get at it. And it's very, very simple. And So, and get back to my original topic. Why do we feel afraid of speaking our foreign languages? Because it's different. It differs. I mean, it depends on which country or which culture you're from, I guess. I feel itchy. Maybe it has something to do with my dog's fur, I guess. It's so ticklish. Okay. Like us, Japanese, we are very shy. Okay. Basically, we are shy. There are some people who are not shy at all, very talkative, um, not introvert, extrovert, and very social, okay, talkative. Such people can be better at speaking or their foreign languages in a shorter amount of time, but not all those people are interested in language learning, right? And so it's quite complicated, right? But basically, Japanese people are shy, so we are not good at speaking up. Okay. And where was I? Yeah, it depends on the culture and personality also, right? Personality. It depends on the person, right? But most people are afraid of speaking their foreign languages because they don't want to look dumb. They don't want to look stupid, right? Because compared to your mother tongue, when you speak your foreign languages, you seem to be, less intelligent, right? So for adults, it cannot be tolerable, right? Tolerable. So that's why we tend to hate speaking in our foreign languages, because we might look very stupid, unintelligent, okay? But when you are in a certain level already, and then I think you should start talking, speaking, expressing your thoughts, expressing your yourself in your foreign language, because as I said many times, the more you do it, the better you can get at it. And unless you start doing this, it will never happen, right? It will never happen. But I can say that the earlier the better. Okay. This is very difficult when you start. It's very difficult to decide when you start speaking, okay, talking. Some people say that you should wait for at least a few years until you have enough knowledge and information, or that way you speak naturally, even though you can't still saying the same thing, okay, until you at least you understand people around you, or on TVs, on dramas, on movies or something. Okay, this is called comprehensible input, right? People who believe in this method say that you should wait until you get enough input, high quality input, okay, and then you understand, not most of them, but quite a lot of them, okay? How to say things naturally. And then it's time for you to start speaking. And this is something that I never heard when I was just when I just started studying English back in, when I was 28. It was a long time ago though. Nobody was talking about this. Comprehensible input. But nowadays, more and more people started talking about this comprehensive input, and you read and listen, mostly listen to something that you can understand, and it's the best if what you're listening or what you're using for your input is compelling, meaning something that you find interesting. Like for me, something about attachment issues is very compelling, okay, because I have this problem myself, this issue myself. And so it's quite enjoyable to listen to someone talking about this issue, okay, and so it's compelling. In this way, you tend to forget time, right? You are into it. You are so into it that you tend to forget time, okay? Time that you spend like listening to someone talking about the subject you are interested in, all right? It's the best, because if it's not something that you find interesting, then you tend to think it as something you really need to work on, right? Like torture or something. So in this case, if you can't stop, you have to choose something that you can't stop listening to or reading, because it's fun. It's the best. And in this way, you can make your language journey the most enjoyable, right? While you are doing it, you can enjoy it. You can make the most of your time and energy, right? So, and setting the right goal is very important. But if you once set the goal, then you forget the goal because it takes time to reach the goal anyway. But instead, you pay more attention to every moment in your language journey. And even if you are afraid of speaking your foreign language, you're just an adult who is scared of being looking, afraid of looking like a stupid person, right? But the only way that you can get out of this is to do it anyway, because the more you do it, the better you can get at it. So it's just it's just a matter of time and practice, right? So yeah, everybody is scared. Nobody likes to look stupid, right? So you are not the only one. Everybody is in the same boat. So don't worry about it too much. And I think you should choose the most comfortable way or relaxing way if you practice, okay? There are times when you have to push yourself to get out of your comfort zone, because this can be the time which makes you grow the most. But if you are under stress all the time, it makes you sick, right? So it's not the right way, I guess. But most of the time, when you are alone, when you train, you can choose the most comfortable way. And sometimes you should put yourself in a little bit stressful situation to train yourself, okay? Because it makes you grow. Okay, that's why I'm doing this, because it's not the most comfortable way, right? Sometimes I feel dumb. I don't want to say this, because when you say something negative, your brain listens to you and it thinks as if you were saying, talking to yourself, right? Even though you are not talking to yourself, talking about yourself, but your brain is not very smart, okay? It cannot distinguish things between something that you are talking about someone else and something that you are talking about yourself, right? So that's why if you want to say, my English is not good enough, or my English doesn't seem to be getting any better, but instead you should say, I have a lot of room to grow, I can improve, I'm improving, or something like that. This is what I learned from one of my favorite YouTube teachers, okay, YouTubers, named Tanya. She's from America. She's an American lady around my age, and I love her so much because the way she teaches English is very kind, easy to understand, and her personality also is something that I love very much, because she's take it easy. She's a down to earth person, and she is a very friendly character, and she's take it easy, and she's so relaxing, okay? And so just watching her videos makes my day, okay? Makes me happy. So that's why I really love the way she teaches English in her videos. And in her videos, she always says that try not to say any negative words, but instead use some positive words to express your feelings. That way, you can make your language learning more fun. Okay, and I agree with her. And where was I actually? How long? 1 hour and 13 minutes. Okay. And if I set, okay, speaking of setting a goal, if I set my goal, which is something unattainable, like if I want to be like a native speaker, okay, it's impossible for me to be a native English speaker, right? Then it's an attainable goal, right? And I forgot. Okay, I forgot. An attainable goal, right? Okay. It makes me feel like I were trying to be a totally different person, right? I'm myself, right? I'm myself. I always think that I want to be a better version of myself, okay? This is very positive, and I think it's okay. But if I want to be someone else, it's a totally different story, right? So instead of trying to be a totally different person, I don't think this is right, because it means that I'm not accepting myself, right? I'm rejecting myself, right? I'm satisfied with myself, but I want to be better. Okay, I want to be better. I want to grow more. I want to be a better version of myself. Okay, and so me wishing to be a native speaker actually makes me feel unhappy, and this is wrong. I think, I strongly believe. Okay, so, and it's fun actually. I said in the past many times, just until recently, just until a little while ago, I tended to say that it's kind of daunting for me to speak in front of a camera, talking into the lens, okay? But actually, it's actually fun, okay? I got to, I have reached the place where I can enjoy talking about something in English, and this is fantastic, right? This is really fantastic. This is amazing because this is something that I wasn't able to do when I was 28, when I was just started studying English. Just talking about anything without any preparation, I mean, impromptu speech is something that I was never able to do, and I'm confused, okay? I never was able to think of, okay? But now I'm doing this, right? And I try not to say this to Japanese people because Japanese people like people who are modest, and me saying this way sounds like I'm showing off, okay? And I'm arrogant. I might sound arrogant, conceited. So most of the Japanese people, mostly, generally speaking, okay, they don't like people saying like this because for them it sounds like showing off, okay? I'm showing off. I'm too proud. In Japanese, we never say that I'm proud of myself because it sounds too arrogant, too conceited, too boastful. Is that okay? Boastful? Boasting? Okay, so that's the reason why I'm not liked by many people, in fact, because I now have a different mindset. I mean, I can think things and I can look at things in from both ways, like two different ways. I mean, my Japanese minded way and English minded way, because when you speak English, when you express in English, you have to change your mindset or the way you look at things or you express yourself, because Japanese language and English language have totally different cultures, right? And they have their own way of expressing things. When I talk to Japanese people, I should be modest because then I might sound annoying to the other person. But when I speak to English-speaking people, I should be more talkative and opinionated, and I can express my thoughts and opinions more clearly because it can be kinder or more helpful to the other person when I speak English, right? They are totally different world. So I have to change myself according to or depending on the person I'm speaking to. And now I can't say that I can do this perfectly, but still I understand this. I'm aware of this. It's a big thing, and it's rewarding also because it's like, yeah, I heard this saying. I'll paraphrase this, okay? I don't remember as it is, so I'm gonna paraphrase this. But if you learn one more language, another language, then you have another person inside you, right? And those two people have different way of thinking about things, right? And it's very interesting. And if you learn another language and you can understand it pretty well, and then you have another world ahead of you. I feel this way every time I understand some English poems or English novels, or even when I hear my favorite artists, English-speaking artists, talk about themselves in English in an interview or so, I can directly understand what they mean, right, myself. And it's really rewarding because if I hadn't started studying English, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't have understood it, okay? And it takes time, right? Language learning takes time. That's why it's rewarding, okay? Many people tend to give up, right, in the middle of their journey because it just takes time and it makes them impatient. So that's why if you can attain your goal or you can get close to your goal, whatever goal it is, it's rewarding. It's rewarding, and you are rewarded. You feel rewarded, right? So that's what I learned from my language journey, and now I'm trying to improve my Spanish also, and it's fun. It's simply fun, pure fun, okay? And I'm so glad that I haven't given it up, okay? Because if I had given it up, I wouldn't be able to feel this way now, right? So that's why if you feel like giving up now, just try to be patient a little bit longer, okay? And try to focus on what you can enjoy at the very moment, okay? And how much progress you have been making, okay? Actually, you have made a certain, you have made a certain progress, right? And unless you stop, okay, you keep growing, even though you don't notice it, but it's happening inside you, okay? And but if you give it up, you stop it, right? So it's wasteful, right? It's sad. So okay, anyway, I talked a lot almost, and after this I upload this video, right? And I listen back to my recording to check where I can fix it, or to give myself feedback. And this way I can learn lots of things. And there are sometimes I don't want to listen to myself speaking English, but this is something that I need to do to grow. This is something that I can't avoid. So I'm going to listen back to my recording afterwards. Okay, and then I'm going to talk about some other things in my next video. Okay, so if you are there, look forward to it. Okay, and I really hope that you are going to have a very fun week, enjoyable new week, wherever you are. Okay, so talk to you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.